Hi, good evening, everyone. As you heard, my name is Adam Barriere, and I'm running for Budget Committee here in Goffstown. To start, I would be remiss not to thank the Lions Club for providing this opportunity to me and all of my fellow candidates to speak to you guys tonight. Thank you, of course, to Diane and the Goffstown Public Library for all that they do to make that candidate's guide. And thank you to all of you who came out tonight. This sort of civic engagement is just one of the many things about Goffstown that I just love. So my parents first moved to Goffstown 45 years ago when they bought a house in Penardville. And it's here that I was born and I grew up. I have fond memories of headed up to Bartlett School. I remember well my time at Mountain View was one of those first classes to make its way through that building. I remember riding my bike up to Roy Park and spending hours up there with my friends. I remember hours in the library and that exciting moment when I could finally graduate out of the children's room and head upstairs into the adult section. I remember well what Goffstown was like in the late 80s and the 90s when I grew up here. But I'm not running for Budget Committee because of what Goffstown was. I'm running for Budget Committee because of what Goffstown is and what Goffstown can be. You see, the Budget Committee has a really important role in making recommendations that are fiscally responsible to voters like you. So what does fiscally responsible actually really mean? Well, someone who votes yes on every budget proposal is not fiscally responsible. But neither is someone who votes no on every budget proposal. Every budget proposal deserves to be judged on its merits for what it is, not only in the short term, but as we think about the long-term ramifications of that. It's important to remember that the Budget Committee, in order for it to be successful, members must work collaboratively to make those sort of determinations. And through that collaborative effort, I will work with department heads to evaluate their requests and work with the other Budget Committee members to really truly understand those issues in order to make good recommendations moving forward. For example, this year, I keep thinking there's a warrant article going on the ballot in regards to the pool at Barnard Park. I love the pool. I go to the pool on a regular basis. But as a Budget Committee member, I need to ask questions beyond my personal use to really understand the ramifications of what this means. I need to work with the other Budget Committee members to really understand all of those issues. For example, I think of the many people that use the Parks and Rec summer camp, and the pool is a big piece of that. I would need to know what the effects are going to be on that before I can make any sort of recommendation moving forward, regardless of what I personally use it for. That's what fiscal responsibility looks like, balancing that, thinking in the long term, as well as those short-term ramifications. And I have the experience that proves this. In my current role as the assistant principal at Pelham High School, I work collaboratively with my teachers, my department heads, and other members of the administrative team to create that budget every year that is responsible for the school, that meets our needs as well as respects the taxpayers of that town. I meet with the department heads. I ask them those tough questions. Sometimes I deny their requests because that's what fiscal responsibility has to look like. I've seen this whole budget process all the way through, from start to finish in this position, from creating it to bringing it to the school board, to seeing it through to the Budget Committee, the deliberative sessions, and ultimately the voters of the town. And I plan to bring this firsthand experience along with my critical questioning skills to help my neighbors here in Goffstown. That's my goal, and that's what I want to do for you, and that's what I will do for you on the Budget Committee. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I look forward to talking to all of you, and I hope to have your vote on March 12th. Thank you.